the folks at Immersion Research wanted us to check out their new suit today and tell them what we think of it. So we're getting ready to do that here with in just a few minutes.
Here's Shawn Roots, who's going to be our crash test dummy for the testing today. Yeah, it's a beautiful summer day in the Northwest.
It's cold.
All right, we're all going to watch Shawn get dressed. Yay! This is not exciting for me. How about you? But,
this is Immersion Research's Double D Drysuit. It's their top of the line Drysuit. It's got a couple of neat little features. Let's start with this little guy here. We kind of like this. We haven't seen this in many other Drysuits, or any other Drysuits for that matter. It's a nice little neoprene elastic waistband inside. Works really well to kind of hold things in place, especially if you're going to carry some bulk under the Drysuit for insulation. The waistband,
we don't
actually even pull the pants up too. It's works like a belt. Kind of just holds everything where you want it to be. Another neat little feature every seagoing Drysuit should have is the relief zipper. You can't really see it here. It's really a streamlined suit. It's under a nice little Velcro closure. It's a tie zipper. That's a must-have, especially if you don't want to tear down to do your business. The first thing that stood out for me first trying this suit on was the feel of ruggedness. This thing really feels durable. The fabric is just very, very, I don't want to say stiff, but that's your first impression when you first look at it. Paddling, you don't notice it, but it just has a feel of durability about it that I don't get with my regular everyday Drysuit. This thing just feels tough. It's confidence inspiring.
What's the deal with the seams on this thing?
The thing with Immersion Research's Drysuits is that they limit the seam, the actual seam, to 1/8 of an inch, roughly. And that maximizes the utilization of the seam tape. You get more adhesion on either side of the seam. Less bulk, you don't have to use as wide a seam tape as some manufacturers use.
I notice we're not gathering up too many seams in one given spot either.
No, that's the other thing. A point of failure in a lot of Drysuits is where the seams intersect. Immersion Research likes to limit those intersecting points to no more than 3. Let me find a good spot here to show you an example. Right there. See, these seams don't come into one another like you would expect them to. You know, they avoid each other, if you will, limiting the possibility of a failure at that point. Well, it's got full neoprene gaskets, wrists, and neck. It's got the booties, so you don't have to worry about the latex deteriorating down there where it all happens in the grunge. It's got neoprene to cover your latex, both neck and wrists. Keep that UV impact on the latex to a minimum. With Velcro, I guess you call them straps at the wrist to tighten that up. Yeah, it's a back entry Drysuit. I like those. I mean, sure, some people will tell you can't go paddling alone. You know, you're going to have a buddy to help you get into your Drysuit. But that's simply not the case. You can put a tether on this and get it done yourself.
Well, in fact,
real easily.
We'll do that here in just a second. We'll go ahead and put it on, zip it up. I found when I was wearing this that it was easy enough to get it zipped, and with a tether it would be just as easy to get it unzipped. Although I will tell people out there that sometimes when you're back from paddling and you're a little cold and you're a little stiff, it's sometimes hard to reach back there and get it. So I believe a lanyard is the way to go on your back zipper, and simply when you're paddling, tuck it away into the straps of your BFD.
Full tunnel. Right. Go down over your skirt, keep the water from coming over the top, and it's nice and tight. I like this suit. It just seems like a rugged suit. You really get the feel. When I first went over to Dave's house the other night and picked this up, I got the sense that it was going to be a sweatbox. Just the feel of the fabric it just told me I was going to sweat like the dickens. But I tell you, I took this suit out and paddled it the other day, and it was not the case. This was probably one of the best dry suits I've had on in a long time. I didn't sweat at all. It was confidence inspiring. I didn't get cold. I didn't feel the dampness that a lot of these manufacturers' dry suits kind of create. The actual fabric gets wet. This fabric does not. You can definitely tell that this thing has roots in river play boating, you know, being beat up against the rocks. It's tough, durable, and you stay dry.
All right. It's kind of a neat little feature of this suit is the little hole, the drain holes that we have right here.
Yeah, you don't carry a bunch of... You can't drink from this.
Yeah,
This will put to rest all those people that say you can't get into your back entry dry suit alone. You grab your slack here, right? You reach over and grab the handle on your zipper. Pull over. And keep the enclosure out.
Just like that.
Reach around and grab this side of this bit of slack. And then there you are.
And just make sure it's seated tight.
Make sure it's seated tight.
Yours is.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
We're good to go.
We need some music. How about a little Soul Cat? Now remember, kids, we're trained professionals on a closed course. Don't try this at home.